Islam. You can't mix other religions with Christ. Once you become a Christian, it's Christ and Christ alone. You turn away from syncretism and you turn to Christ. It's all about Christ and resting in Him and trusting in Him. And so many people get distracted, like yoga and things like that. You got to pull away from these things. I've known people that they've named the name of Christ and then they've gone back to Ouija board or they've gone back to reading horoscopes. No, you can't do that. You've got to walk the walk. You've got to walk with the Lord. Some people have come out of the Jehovah's Witness. They name the name of Christ, but then they still hanker after being a Jehovah's Witness. No, you've got to move on. You've got to get close to the Lord and trust the gospel of grace and walk in the Spirit of God. And if you don't do that, you're going to lose your assurance of salvation. Assurance of salvation comes by faith in the finished work of Christ on the cross, not by your performance. I'll read that again. Assurance of salvation comes by faith in the finished work of Christ on the cross and not by your performance. Galatians chapter 3, 1-5. Galatians chapter 3, verse 1-5. Comes by faith in the finished work of Christ on the cross and not by performance. Galatians 3, 1-5. Galatians, who has bewitched you, that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus hath been evidently set forth crucified among you? This only would I learn of you. Receive you the Spirit by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith? Are you so foolish, having begun in the Spirit, you are now made perfect by the flesh? Paul is saying there that ultimately he's standing on Christ and Christ alone. He's not standing on his self-effort. Assurance of salvation comes by faith in the finished work of Christ on the cross, not by your performance. All the other religions are trying to add to Christ. So, for example, in Roman Catholicism, when Christ was on the cross, he said, "It is finished." But Roman Catholicism, when they have the Eucharist, when they have the bread and the wine, they believe that's literally Jesus' blood, literally his body. They are crucifying Christ again. That is incorrect, because the work of God has been finished. Christ's finished work has been done. You can't add to it. And without